You'd think you know what body fat is, but you don't. Because fat isn't one thing. There are different types of fat, and they don't behave the same, they don't sit in the same place, and they don't even respond to the same fixes. Most people spend years trying to get rid of it, with different diets or workouts, and nothing works. And the thing nobody tells you is that belly fat around your organs and belly fat under your skin are two completely different things. One is actually dangerous, the other is just cosmetic. But because they look the same from the outside, most people treat them the same. And that's the thing about fat. Where it sits matters way more than how much of it there is. And once you understand that, everything else starts to make sense. So let's start with the most dangerous one. Visceral fat is the fat that sits inside your abdomen, around your organs, not under your skin, actually inside, packed around your liver, intestines, and stomach. And the reason it's dangerous isn't how it looks, it's what it does. Unlike regular fat, visceral fat is metabolically active. That means it doesn't just sit there, it constantly releases chemicals into your body. And because it sits right next to your liver, those chemicals go straight in, zero filter. Over time, that causes inflammation, messes with your insulin, and raises your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, even if the rest of your body looks completely fine. Now here's what makes it worse. You can't see it. A guy can have a flat stomach and still be carrying dangerous levels of visceral fat inside. The only way to know for sure is a waist measurement or a body scan. For men, anything above 102 centimeters around the waist is the point where risk starts climbing. Now, the good news is that visceral fat responds faster to lifestyle changes than almost any other type. Aerobic exercise and HIIT specifically have been shown in studies to reduce it significantly, more than weightlifting alone. And sleep matters too. One study found that just 2 weeks of sleeping 4 hours a night caused an 11% increase in visceral fat, even without changing diet. It's the type of fat most worth worrying about, and the exact one you need to target first. Now, the second type is subcutaneous fat, and this is the one most people are actually trying to lose. It sits right under your skin. You can pinch it, you can see it, and it shows up pretty much everywhere: your belly, your arms, your thighs. But the good news is, it's mostly harmless. What's even more interesting is that fat in certain spots, your hips and thighs specifically, is actually doing you a favor. It pulls excess fat and sugar out of your bloodstream before it can cause damage somewhere else. Studies have shown that people who store more fat in those areas have lower rates of heart disease than people who don't, so your body didn't put it there by accident. The point is, the fat you can grab and see is almost never the fat that's actually dangerous. Since subcutaneous fat is just storage, it responds to one thing: burning more than you eat consistently over time. There's no trick to it, but cardio helps speed the process up. Resistance training is important too, not because it burns subcutaneous fat directly, but because it preserves the muscle underneath. When you lose fat without building muscle, the weight goes down, but you don't necessarily look better. The muscle underneath is what gives the body shape as the fat comes off. Now, so far we've talked about where fat sits, but fat itself isn't all the same thing either. Your body has 4 completely different types of fat, and they each have a completely different job. The first one is essential fat. This is the fat your body will never give up no matter what you do. Not through dieting, not through exercise, not through anything. It lives inside your brain, your nerves, your bone marrow, and it keeps everything running. Your hormones, your brain function, your basic biology, all of it depends on this fat being there. Men carry about 3% of their body weight in it. It's not something you store and lose, it's just part of how you're built. Then there's white fat. This is the main one. The stuff on your belly, arms, back, it's all white fat. Your body stores it when you eat more than you burn. It's basically your body's way of saving energy for later. Now, brown fat works the opposite way. It doesn't store anything. It burns calories to generate heat. Your body uses it mainly when you're cold. The problem is, adults barely have any of it. You're actually born with a lot of brown fat. Babies need it because they can't shiver or move around to generate heat on their own. But as you get older, your body produces less and less of it because you no longer need it the same way. The more body fat you carry, the less brown fat you tend to have. Excess white fat actually interferes with brown fat activity, so the people who would benefit most from having more of it tend to have the least. And then there's beige fat. It starts out as white fat, but can switch and start burning energy like brown fat, mainly through cold exposure. You've probably seen people saying cold showers burn fat because of this. That's technically true, but the amount an adult man can actually activate is small enough that it won't make a visible difference on its own. It's interesting biology, but it's not a fat loss plan. Now, here's something almost every guy has experienced at some point. You're losing weight, the scale is moving, clothes are fitting better, people are noticing, but that lower belly is still there, same love handles. Everything else is changing, and those two spots just aren't. And it makes no sense, because everything we've talked about so far would suggest that a calorie deficit burns fat. And it does, just not equally everywhere. Remember how we said subcutaneous fat sits under your skin and is mostly just storage? That's true, but not all subcutaneous fat is the same either. The fat on your lower belly and love handles is subcutaneous fat, but it behaves completely differently from the subcutaneous fat on your arms or your chest. Here's why. Fat cells have two types of receptors. One type releases stored fat into your bloodstream so your body can burn it. The other type does the opposite. It tells the fat cell to hold on and not let go. Your lower belly and love handles have a much higher concentration of the second type, so when your body needs energy and starts pulling from fat stores, it goes to the areas where fat releases easily first. Your face, chest, and arms. The stubborn zones get left until last every time because your body has to work harder to pull fat from there. That's why those areas survive everything else. The fat is there, your body can access it, it just chooses not to until it has no other option. Now here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Most people assume that if you're not overweight, you're fine, like there's nothing to worry about. But that's not always true. There are men walking around at a completely normal weight who are carrying too much fat and not enough muscle. It's called skinny fat. And the problem is nothing on the outside gives it away, but inside the metabolic condition can be just as bad as someone who is visibly overweight, sometimes worse, because at least an overweight person knows there's something to fix.
Time for you to start to seriously consider salad.
The only way to actually know if you're skinny fat is a body composition test, something that measures how much of your weight is fat and how much is muscle, not just the total number. As for fixing it, the approach is different from regular fat loss. Just eating less and losing weight won't solve it, because dropping the scale without building muscle doesn't change the ratio. You end up lighter, but still with the same underlying problem. What actually fixes it is resistance training. Not cardio, not just eating less, actually building the muscle that's missing. Because the problem was never just too much fat. It was too much fat and not enough muscle at the same time. And the only way to fix both is to work on both. Now, there are a few more types of fat worth knowing about, and these ones most of you have never heard of. The first is how your body decides where to store fat in the first place. Some men store most of their fat around their belly and chest. That's called android distribution, the apple shape. Others store it more on their hips and thighs. That's gynoid distribution, the pear shape. Which one you are comes down mostly to genetics and hormones. Men tend toward the android pattern because testosterone directs fat storage toward the abdomen. And as testosterone drops with age, that pattern gets stronger, which is why middle-aged men tend to accumulate more belly fat, even without eating more than they used to. Then there's lipedema. This is a condition where fat builds up in a specific pattern, usually the legs, hips, and buttocks, in a way that has nothing to do with overall body weight. It's painful, it's resistant to diet and exercise, and it's almost exclusively found in women. It's frequently mistaken for regular obesity, which means a lot of women spend years trying to fix something through diet and training. That diet and training we're never going to touch. And that's the problem. It's not a weight issue. It requires medical treatment, compression therapy, lymphatic drainage, and, in more severe cases, surgery. Now, lipomas don't need fixing in most cases. They're small, soft lumps that sit just under the skin, usually on the arms, back, or shoulders, and they're almost always completely harmless. Lean people get them, overweight people get them, and they have nothing to do with body fat percentage. The only time one is worth getting checked is if it grows quickly, changes in texture, or starts to hurt. If a doctor confirms it's a lipoma, you can leave it alone. If it bothers you cosmetically, a simple surgical removal is the only option. There's no diet or exercise that removes one. Now you know what you're dealing with. Here are the exact exercises for the ones you can actually fix. Click your problem. It's right here on screen.